Graphics and 3D modeling. Lecture number 9. Construction of objects. The simplest methods that can be applied to objects. The color of the object color. The choice of color for the outline and casting. Interaction of objects. Plan. First, CorelDRAW Vector Graphics Editor. Second, Object of CorelDRAW. Third, Interaction of objects. There are references. CorelDRAW. CorelDRAW is a vector graphics editor developed and marketed by Corel Corporation of Ottawa, Canada. It's also the name of Corel's graphics suite, which bundles CorelDRAW with bitmap image editor, Corel Photo Paint, as well as other graphics-related programs. The latest version is designated X8 and was released in March 2016. CorelDRAW is a software package that includes CorelDRAW Vector Graphics Editor, Corel Capture program to capture image from your computer screen. How to do it with a brush. Select an object, click on Tools. If an object is selected and the selected tool at the top of the icon appears in the form of a floppy disk. Make a brush. Clicking on the floppy disk, you'll be asked to save your object as a brush. Structure. In its first versions, the CDR file format was a completely proprietary file format primarily used for vector graphic drawings and developed by Corel Corporation, recognized by the first 2 bytes of the file being WL. Starting with CorelDRAW 3, the file format changed to a resource interchange file format, envelope, recognizable by the first 4 bytes of the file being RIFF and the CDR in bytes 9 to 15, with the asterisk being in early versions just a blank, and beginning with CorelDRAW 4, the version number of the writing program in hexadecimal. The actual data chunk of the RIFF remains a Corel proprietary format. The latest version CorelDRAW. One. Pick tool equal to select, resize, and rotate towards the image object. 2. Shape edit. Shape. Editing an image object shape. Smudge brush. After, distort the overall picture with attractive shorelines. Rouge brush. After, distort the overall outline shape drawing by attractive shorelines. Free transform tools. Transform image objects using rotation free, rotation angle, and resize, and also tilt the image shape. 3. Crop tool. Crop. Eliminate the unwanted parts of the object. Knife. After, distort the overall picture with attractive shorelines. Erase. Remove the area in the picture. Virtual segment delete. Delete the object that is part of the intersection. 4. Zoom. Zoom. Change the magnification of the image in the image window. Hand. Adjust the image that appear in the image window. 5. Curve. Freehand. Draw segments or curves in the form of a single line. Bezier. Drawing curves in the form of a single line per point. Artistic Media tool. Bring up the generator function form, such as brush, sprayer, color graphic, and pressure effects techniques that will form. 6. Smart tools. Smart fill. To create objects of an area, then fill the color or texture. Smart drawing. To change your pointer graffiti images to form the basis of its form or shape that is more subtle. 7. Rectangle. Rectangle. To establish terms and boxes. 3-point rectangle. To establish terms and arrange boxes with point to point. 8. Ellipse. Ellipse. To draw an ellipse to a circle. Hand. Adjust the image that appear in the image window. 9. Object. Polygon. To form a polygon and start symmetrically. Star. To form stars. Complex star. To form stars with more complex shapes with intersection angles. Graph paper. To establish a similar arrangement of tables or boxes such as engineering drawing or on paper. Spiral. To form a spiral is symmetrical and logarithmic. 10. Perfect shapes. Basic shapes. A variety of forms so as octagonal, smiley face until the triangle. Arrow shapes. To facilitate drawing arrows with various forms or of variation form, direction, and number of arrowheads. Flowchart shapes. To facilitate drawing flowchart shapes. Banner shapes. To make it easier to draw shapes and symbols type explosion. Callout. To make it easier to draw and label the speech bubble shape. 11. Text tool. Equal to make the text directly in the drawing area that serves as both an artistic and caption text. 12. Interactive tools. Interactive blend. To establish terms and boxes. Interactive contour. To establish terms and arrange boxes with point to point. Interactive distortion. To distort objects in push or pull, zipper, and twister. Interactive drop shadow. To insert an object into the shadow. Interactive envelope. To change the shape of the object by dragging a point on the outline. Interactive extrude. To form the illusion of depth on the object. Interactive transparency. To insert a transparent effect on the object. Eyedropper. Eyedropper. To select and copy the relevant properties of an object, such as color, lines, line thickness, size, and effects. Paint bucket. To implement the related property of an object, such as color, lines, line thickness, size, and effects, taken by the eyedropper tool to the object. 14. Outline. Outline pane dialog. To access the outline pane dialog box. Outline color dialog. To access the color settings dialog box, outline. No outline. To eliminate the outline of an object. 1/2 point outline. To establish the thickness of 1/2 point line. 1 point outline. To form a line thickness of 1 point. 2 point outline. To form the 2 point line thickness. 8 point outline. To form the line thickness 8 points. 16 point outline. To form the 16 point line thickness. 24 point outline. To form a 24 point line thickness. Color Docker window. To open the Docker for setting color and object outline. 15. Fill tools. Fill color dialog. To access the settings dialog box of paint of an object. Fountain fill dialog. To access the dialog box filler color and gradation to the object. Pattern fill dialog. To access the dialog box filler patterns into objects. Text fill dialog. To access the dialog box filler into the texture object. PostScript fill dialog. To access the dialog box filler image PostScript to the object. No dialog. To eliminate the filler elements of an object color object. Color Docker window. To open the Docker for setting color and object outline. 16. Interactive fill. Interactive fill. To fill a variety of fill into an object. Interactive mesh. To apply network lines on an object may be useful. Thanks for your attention.